let's not get racist here, man.
What's wrong with being northern?
75 by 4.
You mean other than the northern?
A lot of things. A lot of things. Honestly.
I'm northern. Well, I'm not northern. I'm Midlands, but it counts.
Barely.
Still, more north than these lot.
That is not difficult, though.
No,
What part of Midlands?
Staffordshire.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
you are
northern.
Yeah. Wait,
You don't get
Me and-
beside that.
me and Trina Shropshire, so we are proper Midlands. We're by Birmingham.
We're Londoners.
I'm way more north than that.
Yeah.
You all you southerners are gross.
Don't you dare call us Southerners. We are not Southern. Don't
You
you
so-
dare. I'll put the farmer accent out, and you don't want that.
I actually want nothing more. Because for me, it's a literal line of like anything below Manchester is like that's even pushing it, to be honest.
Hang on, let's Google this.
I
Where
will
is
polymorph
the
into a Tory.
north-south
Oh,
border of England?
No.
talk dirty to me.
North is above the Watford Gap, south is below it.
So I am northern.
See? Shit.
Yeah. Right.
And there's
On
a
your level.
little map that comes with it, which outlines all of the different regions that constitute north and south.
Whereabouts is Shropshire?
So you know Worcestershire.
No.
So you know Herefordshire.
Right, so here's the thing. If it ends with a shire, assume that I don't know where it is. Unless
So
it's
we're
the
based.
shire.
It's 100 miles
Okay.
south of Glasgow.
Give me a city or a town in that place.
There's not a city in Shropshire.
Where was he born? Just a field somewhere on a B road.
We're the top Tory county of the UK.
That makes a lot of sense.
We had Ludlow in, which was the unofficial head of Wales when the English owned Wales.
Oh, so you're like Welsh. Okay.
But yeah, we're like
Okay.
20
okay.
minutes away from Wales. We're where J.R. Tolkien set the Shire.
Okay, alright, fine. Could be worse.
She's about to launch herself.
Very Tory.
They're about. I think they're about an hour from me.
Okay.
We're an hour
You're
from
about a
Birmingham.
day's worth travel from us.
You're an hour from Birmingham.
We're an hour from Birmingham, an hour from Hereford, an hour from Gloucester, 2 hours
Ow.
from Cardiff. Well, maybe 3 hours from Cardiff.
wait, no, you're way further than that from me because I'm 45 minutes away from Birmingham. But
How
I'm
far are
more
you
than-
from Manchester?
Like 2
Oh,
and a half
okay.
hours, maybe 3.
I'm 45 minutes away from
Cardiff.
Manchester. I belong.
The
in
geography
yours.
in that area of the UK fucks with me so badly, you know.
We're just surrounded by massive loads. Like around me, so Staffordshire is made up of people who originate from Manchester, Birmingham, Liverpool, Sheffield,
Oh God, I
Nottingham,
feel bad for you.
and I think that's So because Staffordshire was a massive mining county, massive mining county. So
Are you
it was just
south
it was
of
just
the Yorkshire Dales?
yes, I'm south of the Yorkshire Dales. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a massive mining county. So like all of the miners from the major cities just moved down to Staffordshire. So it was like I said, Manchester, Liverpool, Birmingham, Sheffield, Nottingham.
Alright, okay. I have stuff actually. Okay.
So that's why
Like north of Birmingham.
my accent switches all the time because I am surrounded by different accented people all the time.
I love that when I've searched Staffordshire, Stoke-on-Trent specifically is isolated out of Staffordshire.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
It also just seems to go around Birmingham.
Stoke-on-Trent is the main city in Staffordshire.
Yep. It's the bane of my life at work. Because I put work for the hospital bit that is there, and nobody does anything there.
No, welcome to Stoke-on-Trent.
Yep.
It's literally the armpit of the country. Yeah,
Right.
and I'm from here, so...
And on that happy note, shall we get started?
Don't see why not.
I'm really feeling the enthusiasm.
Sorry, I was busy looking at the map that you just put in the Discord. Just basking in my northness.
Wait, you said you're coming from Stockholm-Trent?
Yes.
And the hatred begins.
So am I officially a southerner or a northerner?
This is where McKelly tells me he's from Derby.
No, because I'm living in Reading, which is not that far away.
Ah.
I'm from Durham. Newcastle.
Yeah, that'll be normal. Okay.
I'm a half.
Yeah, no. Nope. Wrong part. Far away.
Hey, don't panic.
Anyway, let's start.
Okay. So, does anybody want to run through the recap of last session?
Oof.
Yarlet.
Well, we managed to get on the other side of the sea in one piece. There's been a good an hour and a half of apology from Josh to Charlotte, which was tearful. I did cry, I have to say it. We all had our drinks before. Did something happen?
We got here and we found out that there was a wagon for sale after we spent all that time trying to figure out how to get the wagon across the...
Yeah, we don't want to buy the wagon, it's fine.
I think that was it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you say, you arrive on the shore of the opposite town. And you can see that this town is substantially less developed than the town that you left. Whereas the other one is a town, this is very much just like a dock with a couple of buildings attached to it. Everything here seems to be tents and kiosks and stuff like that. People living out of wagons.
Mm.
The most up-to-date buildings seem to be the docks themselves, where you got people in little huts with tents next to them, and then these big warehouses that seem to sport all of the goods that are being brought across. But the architecture is very distinctively Viking, so they're all long houses with leather roof things pointing out. But unfortunately, the Dungeon Folk doesn't really have good Viking buildings, so this is the closest you're going to get.
We leave it to the imagination.
Mm-hmm. So, the Alphas disembark first because they're the ones with the horses. So you basically tail behind them. So they're getting set up by the time that you arrive on the dock.
Oh.
Cool. Sorry, I was away for a sec, but I'm back now. We've disembarked.
Yes, we disembarked on the shore of this very poor-looking village.
Should we buy it?
Sorry?
I'm in a playful mood. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Your mic's coming in very quietly again.
Yeah, 2 seconds. I'll be.
Yeah, sure. So as you disembark onto the dock, you can hear a voice talking to... the voice of somebody talking to the person who is in the kiosk on the dock. Are you sure you haven't seen anybody like this? And the person inside just grunts. And it's like, they're a lizard. A small lizard. The wizard of some sort. They're travelling with a group of other people. I think they're a rug seller of some sort.
Well,
I'm gonna just stand behind Kashan and sort of like, what? No, I know what they're talking about.
So I'm gonna look at you very curiously and be like, "What did you do?
someone's famous.
Who did you bite now?"
Docker is going to stand in celebration and go, "I'm not in trouble for once."
I have sold a few people rugs to save our all lives. So maybe words got round. I have nice quality rugs.
But the guy behind the kiosk is like, look, I haven't seen any lizards, wizards, anything of the lizard kind. But a new latest ship has just come in. They might be on that. And he just sort of like leans out and looks at you and is like, oh, why don't you try ask them? They may have a lizard with them. They got a dragon, I think. So. Oh, very well, very well. Thank you for your time and your help, I guess. And so the gentleman comes over to you guys, and he's dressed effectively as Peter Pan, but with a feathered hat.
Robin Hood.
Fashion.
Hello,
Yes,
I was wondering if I could have a moment of your time, please.
Can I do something very offhand that is going to be very surprising?
You gonna be nice to him?
I'm not gonna
He's
remotely.
a bard.
She's not going to throw a dagger at him.
No, I'm actually going to minor illusion a mustache onto Tordrum's face, so that they don't look like the picture.
Don't forget the nose and the big nose and the glasses.
Yeah, that's literally what I'm going to do. I'm going to create your typical kind of disguise,
So
so a
how
mustache
that's
and a nose.
So, and Kushan's not helping. So you're going to try and draw a moustache on my token?
No, I'm minor illusioning.
No.
Close. That's exactly what I imagined.
So, I wonder if you could help me. I'm looking for a group of travelling warriors. I believe they're called the Alphas.
What might you be looking for them for?
Well, I have a message for a member of their party. They're lizard folk, you see, and they've been very hard to get hold of because they're nomads. But it's distinctly to their advantage, I assure you, but nobody seems to know anything about them.
Well, lizard folk don't exactly speak people.
Oh, hello. But you wouldn't happen to be Tordum by any chance, would you?
No.
This is Dor Tum.
Okay.
Sounds like a Chinese plate.
What is the message that you carry?
Well, I'm afraid I can't divulge that aside to the party involved. But if this Tordum isn't part of your party, then, well, in that case, good day.
Well, I know how to get hold of lizard folk. I can pass message on. They don't always act like people.
We could get the message to her. We don't know where she is right now.
Oh, I appreciate that, but the message does involve a transaction. So, unless I can speak to them directly, there's nothing I can do, I'm afraid.
Unless you owe her money, she doesn't want to speak to you.
Well, I suppose I could say that yes, but money towards this individual is part of the message. But if you're not part of this discussion, then unfortunately I won't be able to divulge any further. Good day to you all.
I kind of want my money.
And he turns away and very deliberately, slowly starts walking away.
I really want to disguise myself as Tordrum right now.
You've got disguised self, haven't you?
Yeah.
I swear if you take my money, Docker, I will eat you.
I disguise self as Tordrum.
Okay.
That'll make him drop the disguise on me, though.
No, it's a minor illusion.
Oh.
Okay.
If I moved, does that mean my moustache stays in the same place?
Okay, so you disguise self into Tordum. So as far as the rest of you are concerned, wait, are you turning into a moustache Tordum or a normal Tordum?
No, regular Tordrum.
Okay.
Who's the message from? I'd like to call out to the guy.
I'm afraid that's between the estate holder and the lizard folk. But if you happen to see them, please.
I have sold a rug to a king, and the merchant man I sold him a rug to. And the brothel, I sold a couple of rugs to the brothel.
I am Tordum.
Okay. So the guy turns around and is like, hello. You seem strangely familiar to the person I was speaking to.
We are related.
Yeah, I am Tordum. This is Dortum. This is my brother, sister.
From another mister.
Sibling.
Brother.
You're an
Almost
ibling of
Ash
some
brother.
kind.
Yes. we don't have genders, us lizard folk.
Oh well, that's very interesting, I suppose. But I have. His demeanour just suddenly becomes very very solemn. Is it? I'm afraid I do have some bad news for you. That the family of the Dursts have passed away, but fortunately they've made you the recipient of a major part of their estate, and it is my job to ensure that this transaction is successful.
No.
Well, that's obviously that's very sad to hear.
Yeah, see, so Tordum doesn't recognise the name, and that's not surprising. None of you have heard the name Durst in regards to Tordum whatsoever.
Why is this Durst family left their estate to Tordum?
Well, first off, they haven't left the estate as such, but a portion of it, and it is to be handed over in terms of treasury gold. As for the reasonings behind it, I'm afraid I'm just a simple clerk. This isn't something that I'm privy to. But if you are the Tordum in question, then perhaps we can discuss the transaction itself.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, so Moustache Tordum is nodding. Excellent. You do, of course, have a credit account in this area, do you not?
I look at the real Tordum to see what her response is.
No.
You do.
Oh, I do, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I do, yes.
Oh, excellent. If you could present your bank key then, please.
Kashan has the bank key. I'm pointing at Kashan. Kashan
I
is
will,
the bearer of the key.
I'll hand it over to Tordum.
I take the key and present the key.
He takes it and gives it a rudimentary inspection. He's like, excellent. And he pulls out a contract from like his pouch on his side, and it's 713 reference required. And please sign here.
I attempt to forge Tordum's signature.
Does Tordum have a signature?
Torm doesn't know how to write.
Just an X. Just an X.
I just put an X.
Lorraine's only taught me how to just about read.
We'll get onto the writing soon.
Yeah, we'll sort that.
I love I'm a wizard that can barely read.
So,
No one's questioned this fact yet.
well, no, that's untrue. About 50 people on the D&D UK group questioned this whenever I
But then
raised
we
it.
explained that technically Torm learns spells in lizard folk language.
And so the clerk sees the signature, then signs it himself, and then pulls out one of those bank papers and writes various details on it using the kiosk to sort of like lean on. Folds up into a paper aeroplane and yeets it towards the water, and then starts flapping and flies away. A few seconds later, an identical piece of paper comes back saying your transaction is complete. Excellent. So the sum of 5,000 gold coins will be credited to your account, and you'll be able to withdraw them once you're in more. He looks around. Civilized.
Can I ask how this involves a rug?
As I said, I don't know the reasoning behind this, but I'm sure if you were to get in contact with a friend or a mutual friend of the Durst family. They'd be able to explain this to you. And he tips his hat to you. Good day, and I hope you...
Where might we find a mutual friend of the Durst family?
Oh, in Wallachia, of course.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
of course.
It's the gold from my dream.
You wouldn't happen to have directions to Wallachia, would you?
It's in my head.
It's in my head, daughter.
No, it's in my head. If I think really hard, can I make the goal multiply? And I'm just gonna stand there and think and like point at my head really, like sort of like concentrate.
But you are not tor dumb, you are dortum, so therefore it is in my head. I'm just gonna stare at it until she realises.
So the guys are sort of like watching this, and then he just like looks to you, Morella, and then just simply says, "These two lizards, they haven't suffered any major head wounds recently in Elvish, do you?"
You know, they possibly have. They get up to a lot of mischief. I can't keep track of them constantly. I respond in Elvish.
Well, I bid you adieu. I unfortunately have a ship to catch.
Shit, no.
And he doesn't necessarily push past you, but sort of just shimmies along the edge and then jumps into the boat that's sailing back to the kill. That's sort of anchored about a mile away. So, I see somebody has very already shown initiative and added the gold to the account.
That would be... I don't know who. Not me.
So yeah, you now have 15,000 gold in your account.
Everybody
Well,
said that
shit.
I was the rich one.
You're a thief.
Yeah, you're not
You
wrong.
steal your money. I magic my gold out of thin air.
Wait. So we now currently have 15,000?
Yes.
I have messed up on my notes prior then, because it had already said that we had 15,000.
Oh,
Then maybe someone hasn't added it.
well, it says 15,000 now. I haven't added 5,000 to the account yet, so
Okay.
so if that is
So it's
the
good.
so if that's the amount that's currently there, then you have 20k.
Cool. I will update my notes.
Maybe everybody else should go run to the statue and ask for gold coins.
Is that what you did?
Well, when I went through the weapon statue the second time, I just carried on. I didn't pull a weapon out.
I got a cool necklace on my second time.
I tried
Wait.
to take the gold coin. I like grabbed onto the statue and jumped until the coin bag tried to get it off.
I got this orb.
Have you
It's
tuned to it
got
yet, by the way?
Oh.
We should
I
really
know
have
who
a
you're on
talk
about
about
now.
these dreams.
I've
You
not
guys
got to
can
Wallachia
interact
yet.
with statues.
What'd you say, Trin?
I was gonna say, like, you guys are interacting with statues in your dream.
I've
Where
not
are you
interacted with a
going?
statue in my
I didn't
dream.
run.
I didn't get to choose to interact with the statue. The fog kind of dumped me there.
We got sick of you jumping off the cliffs.
Has nobody else found a massive bird's nest?
No.
Nope.
No, I've been speaking to a man about how we should destroy this guy
There's
in
people
our
your
world and
dreams.
their world. Yeah, he was really lovely. He didn't call me knife ears as well, so you know, extra points.
So
Closest
you're
to
telling me
civilization.
that you've had a really nice dream where you spoke to a man who was really nice, and I found myself in a massive bird's nest, absolutely pooping my pants, thinking I was about to get eaten by some bird. Got attacked by a skeleton and found this orb, and I present the orb with a weird man inside who scared the shit out of me.
What does the weird man look like?
That's a good question.
This is important.
I inspect the orb to see if I can see him.
Okay, give me one moment. And this stares back at you.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm into it or not.
Well, clearly he's a vampire.
I'm having a look.
Docker
I know who it is. Oh, I love him, my baby boy.
Docker attempts to like explain what he looks like. So he'll say like he looks like some form of warrior with long hair, kind of dashing looking, holding wine and
His dick.
his throbbing penis. I mean, can I just see him, or can I see the mirror that's next to him?
You've basically what you're seeing is that you're looking into the orb, and your reflection is effectively lined up perfectly with him. So you can almost sort of think that he's your reflection, except he's doing things that you're not. If that makes sense.
Right. Okay.
But because of the roundness of the orb, you're basically just seeing where the light is.
So yeah, so I'll just explain that he seems like a warrior. He's holding wine for some strange reason. Kind of dashing looking. Long hair. He has a great big sword. He has a great big sword. And he's got a cloak.
And then the face of the person turns into the face of an orange and black cat.
Oh.
That must be creepy.
I'm in an orb. The orb is looking at me.
Wait,
Orange away from the orb.
Orange.
Orange? Sorry. Terribly sorry.
I think Marilla might be having a stroke. Is that
No, it's because I'm
Let's
looking at my
check
old
Morella.
session notes and I looked at the character's name Orange as this happened.
are we quite sure that Morella hasn't suffered a head injury?
I'm checking.
Okay, so Tordum got a 16 on the medicine check. She's fairly sure she's not having a stroke.
Woo!
But she can't tell past the moustache. Ooh, what's that?
I'm gonna give my moustache a penguin.
Yay!
But yeah, he's really eerie, and I don't exactly know what this orb is or what it does. I know that it's
so
got
pretty.
some kind of something inside it, but other than that, I've got no clue.
Have you attuned to it yet?
I have attuned to it, yes,
Lovely. Okay.
but I've obviously not used it to know exactly what it does.
Does it
Is that the
say
first
anything?
time they see this man on the orb?
So when I was in my dream, I looked into the orb because I could see that there was something inside it, and then he jumped at me, and I woke up, and I then woke up with the orb.
Okay.
So I saw him then, and this is the second time I'm seeing him. However, he didn't look quite as dashing as he does now. The first time, he kind of looked devilish.
I once looked into an orb. It was really, really dark, and then I saw a big flaming eye, and I said, hello, and they went, ah, at me. And it scared me, so I ran away.
Interesting.
Terrifying concept. So, okay. So you're seeing a guy. You've been told we need to kill a guy in this world and his world.
By a guy.
I wonder. I'm guessing the guy I spoke to doesn't look like that wonderful human.
No, if you picture like the standard sort of like medieval monk sort of person, that's what he
Yeah.
looks like.
I'm glad you found that. Yeah.
Cool.
What did the one that attacked me in the carriage look like? Was that a similar look?
So
You
which
were in a
they did?
carriage?
Yes. So the first dream I had after I got the axe, I followed down the path and ended up in a carriage. with a man who sounded like he was having a conversation, but when I opened the carriage was the only person in there. And he offered me some weird tasting wine.
Oh,
And,
I love him.
So this is the
and
guy
then he
that
attacked
you
us.
this is the guy that you met in the carriage. The second one.
Okay. Yeah, so this guy then proceeded to attack me. But then the next time that I went back to the carriage, it looked like it had been abandoned for a very long time. And I was attacked by a giant bat creature instead.
I love that. I'm trying so hard to be calm. I want to meet this guy.
I don't know,
I
like
bet he's
that
really
calm.
cool.
I'd like to
Someone's
know,
getting
like,
wet.
if he's not trying to be calm.
I really love Redacted. He is my baby boy. I really love him.
Right. So whenever McKelly says someone's getting away, you just hear this big splash.
Oh no!
It's like I misjudged. Genies can't swim.
Genies can't. Do you need to breathe?
Oh yeah, that is the point. And Frank just sinks.
Okay, you're not quite.
Not quite where I expected that to go, but I'm okay with the
I
outcome.
wonder if it happens when somebody else says it. Someone's getting wet.
Can I get a dexterity saving for it from you, please?
Oh,
Of
no.
course. Oh, I got a 3, so 10.
Wait, is he still look like me, but like just been
Yes.
squished by Frank?
Yeah. How long does your disguised self last for?
Disguise, sell. Oh, I've not broke concentration. That's a good sign.
So you're still Totem.
You. It doesn't. The only thing it says, a creature can use its action to inspect your appearance and must succeed on an intelligence check against your spell save DC.
So I assume
Oh.
you have to drop the
It lasts an hour.
Okay, yes, you're still Totem, if you
Yeah.
haven't deliberately dropped it. So Frank lands on Totem,
Ha!
and
That means Docker can't do no Docker thing, because Docker is me.
okay, and you take 1 damage from him landing on you. He's like, nice soft landing is always good for the soul, wouldn't you say?
Mhm.
What do you think, Blondie?
I pick Frank up and throw him into the river.
Would he have to roll with my strength though if he's me?
I want to know how Blondie responds.
With nothing. Because there's 2 people that are blonde.
There is no responsibility.
This is that stony silence, and Frank is thrown into the water.
I wonder, if Docker goes to sleep disguised as me, does he have the dream from the point I left off or from the point he left off as Docker?
That is an interesting question.
I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, somehow I don't think that's going to work. But you know what?
Eh?
Go for it. So wait, where are you guys? So Onyx asked about the statues. Where are you going if you don't know about the statues?
Well, I'm going towards the same place that you're going to, but I just took a, let's say, different approach to getting down the cliff.
Did you jump off the cliff?
Yes.
So hang on a minute.
So,
I jump off the cliff and I get put back at the top. He jumps off a cliff and he makes it to the bottom. What the hell?
I have a question.
hold
So-
on. I will just clarify that, yes, I did jump off the cliff. However, something rather strange happened, and I ended up with big, bony wings that then helped me float to a ledge.
So there's holes in your back when you woke up bloody the other day.
Well, I don't know if that is immediately what is to do with why I woke up completely bloody with holes in my back, but as far as I am aware, I cannot produce bony wings out of my back. So,
Cool.
however, I also don't know where I come from. So maybe I can, and I just don't know it. I do. Because Sean, your guess is as good as mine at this point. I just woke up with a lot of blood around me and holes in my back.
How do you feel about finding the cliff and me throwing you off it?
Do you know what? It's not my most fond idea that you've had.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm afraid you will be somewhat disappointed with the results, Musk Sean, as this land is very much flat land, right up from here all the way to the mountains.
Docker
Mountains are not
breathes.
Mountain sounds good.
Docker breathes a proper sigh of relief as if to say, "Thank fuck."
However, I will point out, and he points to the south, and basically from where you are, but you can basically immediately see that he is correct. You're basically just looking at complete flatlands to the point that, bar buildings and trees and stuff like that, you can actually see in the south some big chunks of rock which just seem to be floating in midair.
Ooh.
That land over there is Minas Epardus, and beyond that, you probably won't be able to see it until you get closer, but you'll be able to see the great mountain peak of Motti Heston, and that, sir, is one of the tallest mountains in the world. So if you were to throw him from that height, I'm sure you'll get the results that you will require.
Are you trying to kill me? Like what?
Docker, follow-up question. How do you feel about climbing a mountain?
I'll cast Revivify ready. Like, I'll make sure we got diamonds.
Are we really trying to test if I can make bony
You
things
stabbed
come out
your-
of my back?
You stabbed yourself for 3 gold. You tell me you don't want to know if you can make bony wings.
Are you going to
If we make
roll?
yeah,
Morella
then
will
I'm sure
kiss
it'll be
you.
fine if we just make it a bit.
Morella will kiss you.
Why? No, I won't. I'll
If
heal
he
you.
throws
I will...
himself from a cliff and grows bony wings, you will.
Guys, I don't know bony
Is that
wings.
how that works?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
I don't think
Oh, fine.
I don't think you get to make that decision, Torben.
But really, do we think the odds of him growing bony wings are not very high? So, and the odds of Morella kissing him are not very high. So I think it's a fair reward to make him jump off the cliff.
Well, I'm definitely not doing it.
Well, I'm not getting involved in
How
that
does
part
that
of
make you
things.
feel,
I just want
Morella? He won't jump off a cliff for your love.
I just want to throw him. So Onyx, what about your dreams? You said you didn't know about the statues.
No, I've only just made it to a cliff. I have a skeleton pal that is myself, apparently, and there's a giant bat thing in the sky that didn't see me. And it sounds similar to what your bat thing is.
So
Judging
how
on my
many people
bat
have
thing,
encountered
avoid
that thing?
Just us two, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
From my
get-
experience of the bat thing, don't interact with the bat thing. It doesn't seem very nice.
Can I get nature checks from both of you, please?
You're gonna fall. Oh my god, you're gonna fall.
You
Terrible
do? Oh,
question.
dice. That is a good question. There's my dice.
Follow-up
Dice.
question, and this is Docker being Docker because he knows nothing. He will turn around and say, "Do bats have nests?"
19
Yeah,
on
good
nature
question.
check.
The nest.
I don't actually know if bats have nets.
My experience of bats.
Nests.
Bear with me, sir, while I Google this.
I'm gonna say,
No, they just hang upside down from caves, right? My
It's
entire thought process of bats. I got 19 on the nature
Right.
check. How
No.
Matt?
I just told you the answer without you googling it.
I know. Just want to see
That's
what we'll
my
come
nose.
up with. Right, so, David, what were you saying?
I got 19 on a nature check.
Okay, so based on the descriptions that you've given and the description that Onyx has given about your various bats, you can sort of surmise And what she's talking about is slightly different to what you are. What your one is very much an oversized, almost mutated bat, whereas her one is a more draconic bat.
Well, maybe there's more than one giant bat in the area.
That screams.
Well, it's the orange.
That's distressing.
And no one else has run into a man like I.
Is that-
Nope.
Apart from the man in this orb, no.
I haven't run into him. I ran into a very nice person.
I haven't come across anybody apart from stone giant statue people things.
Yeah, same.
That's because, Tordum, you decided to jump off the cliff 3 times before making a
It
good
was
decision.
a bit more than 3 times, I think.
Whereas, well, I mean, I can't say I made a great decision because I jumped off a cliff and then grew bony wings. So I mean,
Well,
maybe I did
command
make a good
said
decision. I don't know.
don't walk towards the fog, run away from the fog. So I ran away from the fog. Every time.
I jumped off the cliff too, to be fair. So.
See? Everyone else jumps off a cliff and they make it. I
Hold on,
don't.
but here is the question. Onyx, did you survive your jump?
Perhaps. And I'll like point at the cape that I wear. Because it's the one thing that saved me somehow.
So again, hands up for everyone who's jumped off the cliff.
I've got a
Show and tell, guy.
Onyx, Tordum, who else has jumped off the cliff?
I think you did at one point, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? Myself. I'm having a whole encounters page where I'm writing down everything that everyone's run into so we can figure this out.
Ow, no, why am I hot?
I also
Anyone
jumped
else
off
run
the
into?
cliff.
And you're doing
Has anyone
it.
else run into anything else?
No, just stages for me.
And you're doing it with this sitting on your shoulder.
It's so cute.
I need him.
It's so weird that we find this cute, but it is so cute.
I ran into. I say ran into. I found a skeleton in the bird's nest that looked like it had been completely picked clean, and I'm not. Matt, you can tell me to shut up at this point if this isn't a thing, but looked bleached.
Well, it was. It wasn't a decayed skeleton. It was. Yeah, it was. It had that sort of like overly clean quality to it. It's basically like the skeletons that they put on display for scientific research and stuff. It was very, very intact and clean.
So yeah, so I'll just say I encountered a skeleton that looked like it was completely picked clean and kind of looks like one of those skeletons that that they put up as display for like research, whatever they are.
You're missing a very critical point about the skeleton as well.
I was going to say it came alive.
What did it have in its mouth?
I don't know. What did it have in its mouth?
Fangs.
I didn't. I couldn't remember that. So yeah,
That seems important to remember.
Yeah, I don't think I was listening that day. And so I'll go through all that. I'll be like, oh yeah, it came alive. It started coming towards me. I turned invisible. What else did I? Oh, and it had fangs.
Is that important?
Is that important to you guys or not?
I think even before you showed us who's the guy behind the orb, I think we are getting played by a vampire, and they usually love artifacts and stuff like that. So I think that you guys might have touched an artifact by a vampire, any sort of stuff. And I'm into this stuff now, thanks to you.
In my defence, they brought me into it too, and now I have a weird man staring at me in an orb, who now you've just told me that could be a vampire, and now I kind of want to throw it, but it's an orb, and looks like it could be valuable, so I'm not going to throw it, but you know where I'm going with this.
And then you guys hear the voice of the shopkeeper. And in my defense, I gave very good deals for my purchases.
I miss him. Sometimes I can still hear him.
What is this weird voice?
Long story, don't worry about it. We'll probably see him if we can hear his voice, we'll probably see him.
So at this point, you can hear the horses neighing, and Scott just sort of shouts from horseback. So, are you coming or what?
I guess.
Fuck yeah.
No.
Probably.
And then you just hear another splash, and it's like, "No, Frank, that's not cue for you to say anything."
By the way, before we go, I have a question.
Yes.
I didn't know that little folks, lives in houses and castles. I thought they lived in tunnels and holes underneath the ground. Not to be rude or something.
I will just clarify, I'm not a lizard person, so I am not qualified to answer this question, so Torden. I mean Dorton. Whichever one you are at this point.
Michaelia has asked, where do lizard folk live?
In the desert, that way.
See, I thought so.
We don't
Let's
like
carry on.
cold, and water is weird and evil. And needs to die.
You know that you're surrounded by it.
I will burn it out, don't worry.
You teach me how to burn water, please.
I mean, someone teach me how to kill water, that'd be even more impressive.
Giant fireball.
Create or destroy water works pretty well as.
I don't know that one. You must teach me that one. And I'm going to sit down in front of a radar and take notes.
As well as I can teach them.
Okay, so you guys happy to get going?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
And as you start moving, you can hear the sounds of the bell going, "Wagon for sale! Wagon for sale!"
We could get a second wagon.
I really want to.
We don't need a second wagon.
Do we not
That's
need
true.
a second wagon?
It took me forever. It took us forever to figure out how to get this wagon across. We are keeping this wagon.
Come on, guys, give a victory to Doka. He needs that.
Yeah.
I need.
fair.
I need what? The wagon?
No, the victory. To get the wagon out.
Okay, so you put there. It's got pounced by the cat. Okay, so bloody mouse. Right, so you are now in the land of New Asagarth. But as George basically said, it's pretty much entire flatland, bar the mountains and the forests that are in the vicinity. But it's pretty much a straight road, but it's not necessarily what you would define as a road. You've basically left the land of paved roads and stone buildings, and you're now very much in the world of dirt roads, wooden and thatch buildings.
How much of the land is like farmland?
You can see, just from where you are, you can see a number of farmsteads and a number of farm-related buildings, like the occasional windmill, that sort of thing. But so you can tell that this area is very much like an agricultural sort of like powerhouse, as opposed to like the industry and trade bases that you've seen in like Quivada and Northwark.
Cool.
So, but as you sort of like leave the safety of the port, but you immediately are. Sorry, can I get perception checks from everybody, please?
Maybe.
You
If ask
may.
me.
6.
18.
Alright, that wasn't a race, okay? Jesus.
14.
Unnatural 20.
There she goes.
She has
Okay.
to one up me all the time.
So as you leave the safety of the port village, you can immediately see off in sort of the vague distance a group of what looks to be 6 horsemen, and they're just simply watching you.
What kind of horses are they with?
But it seems to be a mix and match. Some of them have Shire horses, others have like proper war stallions, and you can see one of them appears to be a shorter person and is riding a pony.
I love that. How close are they?
Not very. Like they're literally just on the edge of your vision to be able to make out the individuals. So Scott basically has noticed them too, and he just simply says to you, "Don't worry, they shouldn't harm us. They know better than to get tussled up with a group that's larger than them."
Who are they?
You know who they are?
Yeah, they're raiders and bandits. We're in the middle of a war zone here, so civilization has sort of left the building, as it were. But as long as we're careful and roll well on the random dice encounter system, we should be fine.
Wait,
Not mind a little
question.
bottle.
What did you say?
Right, about 3 people spoke at once. Who wants to go first?
Mariella?
I was gonna ask a quick question. What knew Asagarth's opinion of elves?
Oh, they're very elf-friendly. But
Okay, cool.
Viking culture is very mix and match. It's more of a... You could say it's more of a creed based upon like an ancient order of doing things. So that all races and classes are welcome to.
Oh, okay. I was not sure. I've never been here before. I didn't want to maybe make them come over here because they can see I'm an elf.
No, if they're going to come over here and kill you, it won't be because you're an elf. Don't worry.
Good to know.
Just because you're a woman.
My chocolate.
Let's carry on.
Do it without plastic. No, you've got one. You're not having both.
Okay, so
Stolen one.
So the horsemen don't basically do exactly what Scott says they're going to do, and they don't engage with you. However, as the road sort of brings you closer to them, Scott pulls out his sword and just simply rides with his sword drawn. And he's holding it very much sort of like on his shoulder, so it's very visible.
Showing off, are we?
Yeah, just want to remind them that if they do attack us, so then at least one of them will die.
I like this guy.
I draw my. I draw Morad's silver longsword and do the same thing.
So Scott basically looks down at you strutting next to him, and he then ups his strut. Can I get a performance check from you, please?
Of course you fucking can. Yes! This is where Docker starts spinning daggers on his fingers again. That is a 15.
Okay, yeah, so you outstrut Scott, which is impressive seeing as he's on a horse.
Can I attempt to outstrut both of them?
Sure. Performance check, please.
Well,
Right now, because
as it turns out,
something troubling.
as it turns out, being a gladiator, I have quite good background in performance.
Mhm.
That's a 19. With my
Scott-
great axe.
So Scott just like stops asked, and you just like everything just goes down. He's like, oh.
Little belly goes out.
I think I tell them at least all of them died.
As Kashan walks past me, I go, "Yes, queen."
So
I do say.
Drop that gadgets. Gone.
So Scott basically, but after you move past these bandits who don't sort of like follow you, they sort of like move off in the opposite direction. When you get to the open field, Scott seems to cheer up, as does Ast, and but you can sort of tell that he's having trouble maintaining like Ast's excitement, and then all of a sudden, Ast just bolts off into the open field. With
I
Scott
don't
riding
think Scott has as much control over things as he likes to make people believe.
And so you just see like this guy on this black horse just pelting off into the distance. And I bet you just hear George just go, "Oh dear, it looks like she's on the run again." "No, don't worry, she'll be back. Whether Scott will be back is another matter," that's what Jason says. "But I think we can all agree that we can live with that."
This isn't how we ended up with Padwin, is it?
Oh no.
That's a good point.
Where is
Scott-
Padwin?
Yeah, that's a good point. Where's Padwin?
Last we knew, they were on Morela's shoulder?
But last we heard, that's where he was.
They're on my shoulder?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, good.
I don't have feet, so I can't walk away.
But you have wings, you can fly away.
Yes, but wings aren't feet.
That's very true, that's very true.
Wings
My
are
dad
not
still eat you with
Padwin.
wings,
You are
you know.
you are right.
Deep,
Well
deep
done.
fried dragon wings do taste well tasty.
No, don't
I
deep
really.
Daddy always says never deep fry anything. If you're going to cook anything, you should always slow roast it.
You've never lived
No.
I
in
prefer
desert
barbecuing.
before. If you slow roast anything in the desert, guaranteed by the time you come to eat it, somebody's stolen it.
Also, all of those things in the desert, wouldn't it just dry out?
Well, I'm sure you can't deep fry in a desert, can you?
Yeah, you just put a pot of that oil outside and the sun does it for you.
Yeah, okay, fair enough, I give you that.
I don't know how to cook.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
No, what? Yeah, you're right. And he's Doc will he'll say that, he'll go, "Yeah, you're right," and then Doc will look really dejected and just like trudge along with his head down.
Okay, so as you guys are wandering along, of course, we would have to open it on that screen, right? But as you guys are wandering along, George seems to take it upon himself to basically explain this area to you and give you some of its history, very much like a tour guide.
Hmm.
So, but it's up to you as to whether or not you're interested in
Where
this.
are we now? Just so I know.
Yeah, go on, Wiki George.
Hey, George.
Well,
Can I take my camera out of my beard and start taking pics from the back of the double decker?
Yeah.
I start drawing in my journal things that we see.
during which the Aston Scott just go, "Woo! Yeah! Yay! Yay!" Oh, like zigzagging all around you.
Which one of them's making those noises?
Help! The horse said that.
Well, at least someone's having fun.
Well, the land of New Asagarth is something of a new entity, shall we say. The Vikings came to this area round about 15 years ago as part of their expansionist campaigns. And it was alongside that the Alphas actually came to this land.
Well,
So you must know the land, I guess.
Yes, out of all of the lands of the Klingars, New Asagarth is the one that we know the best. Well, the Alphas, should I say, were allied to the Hirok family. Hirok the Elder is the current leader of New Asagarth, and it was his family that spearheaded the assault against the Celts, who were who ruled from Blue Moon Spire.
Ooh, let me jump around, grab my hands around. Ooh,
Yes?
we know Hirok. Was he the dude in the town?
Back
The
where I did.
axe that was smashing people's heads in?
I can't speak to that, but that does sound very like them, yes.
I'm looking at Gushaw now.
He was the commander of the guard in Aquavit.
Ah, you must be referring to Hirok the Farer. Unfortunately, he's something of a black sheep of the family, who made the unfortunate choice of siding with the Saxons against the Viking assault, and as a result, he has been disowned by the family, which is quite a major predicament, seeing as he is the firstborn of Hirok the Elder, and was thus the heir to the dynasty.
Don't we have a message from him for somebody?
To his father, yes.
Yes, I have a message for his
Okay,
father.
there you go.
However,
explains-
his brother, who was named Hirok after Hirok the Farer's disownment from the family, and is now called Hirok Hookside, who now leads the new Asagarthian armies against the Celts of Blue Moon Spire.
Well then.
They are a very confusing family, all called Hirok.
Hirok, son of Hirok. Also
Yeah.
brother
What
of
was
Hirok.
his last name?
Just Hirok.
Hirok. No,
Hookside.
the brother, the Hirok.
Hookside.
Brookside. Thank you.
So is the new Asgarthian? Anyway, the people that lives in New Asgard, are they still in war with the Celtics?
Yes. Well, it isn't exactly what you would define as an active war. It's very much a border dispute, which has split the land in half. Although the Celts do regard this as territory they need to reclaim, and so skirmishes and raids are very commonplace.
Sounds like more like droves and elves.
Yes, you would think that the Vikings and the Celts would be able to find common ground, as their cultures are quite similar. But however, the idea of making peace with invaders is incredibly alien to the Celts, and as a result, they will never give up this fight, not unless a major catastrophe occurs, such as the ones we're facing now. I should note, sir, that the Esgarothi crisis that has plagued each of the lands in the Clinging Isles, we have very little information as to what the one for Blue Moon Spire entails.
Hmm.
I wonder if I can have a cool nickname.
I got a cool nickname for you.
That's what you took from that?
Rocco's not been remotely listening to any of this apart from the names of the people.
Well, in that case, sir, I could recite the entire Hirok family tree for you.
Just tell me how many are called Hirok.
Just Hirok the Elder and the heir Hirok. The name Hirok is something of a title, as it were. You become the Hirok of New Asagarth.
Hmm.
But
Well, this
aside
guy
from,
is going to be pissed he keeps calling himself Hirok.
So they-
from Hirok the Elder and his two sons, there is his daughter Anna, who is widely considered to be, shall we say, the problem child.
Is she hot though?
You've gone really quiet again, David.
Oh
I'm
my
currently.
god.
Hang
The
on.
real questions.
What did you say her name was?
Anna.
Anna.
Well, he pronounces it Anna, but it's spelled Anna.
I heard armor, so that's why I wanted to
A-double-N-A.
Does she have
Okay.
a sister called Elsa?
You said she's a problem child, but is she hot though?
I cannot
I'm a
testify to
problem
that, sir.
child.
I'm much too old to make those sorts of appraisals without
George?
becoming a problem.
George, don't hold out on me.
There are many who consider her to be highly desirable, sir, but whether that's because of her beauty or because of her ferocity is a matter for debate.
Okay, is it enough to offset the problem child part of things?
I'm a problem
There's a
child.
there's a scale, George.
No one cares about you
There is a
anymore,
scale.
Docker. They all care about this Anna chick.
Well, maybe if I tell you the story of why she is a problem child, that might be able to explain itself.
It'll kill some time. I am curious.
So Anna believes herself to be the warrior leader that the people of New Asagarth need, as opposed to the ones that they have. As I said before, the war with the Celts of Blue Moon Spire has petered out in something of a stalemate, and that she considers that to be the fault of her father and brother. And as a result, she now wants the crown, and she has challenged her father 3 times for rulership of New Asagarth. Fortunately for us, as I will explain in a moment, Hirok the Elder has been victorious on all 3 accounts. However, going against tradition, he refuses to end her life. And so she engages in exile, where she allows herself to build her reputation. With your dealings with Hirok the Farer, I'm sure you are aware that Vikings grade their reputation based on how many ships they have.
Of course.
Ships like naval ships or the animal ships?
Naval ships, sir. If I recall, Hirok the Farer has 3 such ships in his under his command.
This is true.
Well, but at last count, Anna is believed to have 12.
Oh,
I need me.
where did she get so many?
Through pillaging, treasure seeking, adventuring, all the sorts of things that make people rich very, very quickly.
So why the father does not listen to her since now she's more, better than the father?
Because her reputation is something problematic. At the first and most compelling point for us is that she does not like the Alphas and wishes to terminate the alliance between the people of New Asagarth and us.
No.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is like an 8-8 scale.
And also, well, this is the 9th century, of course, so there isn't really a concept of war crimes, but if there were, she would be very much a war criminal.
It's all
And that just tipped me up
Kevin
the
Gray.
crazy scale.
And
So what I'm hearing, George, is she's hot, but she's too crazy. I get it. She falls to the line.
I thought
sounds like your type.
The best ones do.
I was going to say something and then he said it himself.
Okay. Then after
Fine.
that is Torvi Hirok's son. He is the youngest of Hirok's children and has yet to become a man. But oh wait, no, that's a different one. But Torvi is one of the youngest, and he has been overshadowed by his older brothers and sisters. So he journeyed far to the Sword Coast and has been seeking adventure there.
Any luck?
Yes, as a matter of fact, he's been approached directly by the King of Neverwinter,
Oh.
and he's founded a royal guard there called the Varangian Guard.
No, exciting.
Mariella, are you writing everything down?
Yes. From where? The King of Neverwinter.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
Where? That's not in the Clinging Isles, is it?
No, Neverwinter is in D&D land.
Of course it is. Oh my god.
But just for sort of a quick reference point, but the very first campaign that I did had Neverwinter in it, but didn't have any sort of information as to what Neverwinter was. So I did them up as Romans. And that's the point that will come apparent later, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Then afterwards is.
What did
Oh yeah,
I was going to quickly ask? What did you say the guard was called?
the Varangian Guard.
Thank you.
Then there is Halmond Haraldsson, who is a nephew to Hierarch the Elder. And it was Harold who effectively brought the Alphas and the Vikings together by being murdered.
Oh, tragic.
The story of his murder and the revenge plot, which was brought about, is quite an enlightening tale, one which I feel I do not have the vigour to say directly. But chances are you'll hear us over the feast that we will undoubtedly receive once we get to the capital.
But you just said that we are not like very welcome here.
Oh no,
Only
it's
by the door now.
It's Anna. It's Anna who holds animosity towards the Alphas. As far as I can tell, as far as I can remember, the rest of the new Asagarthian Vikings regard the Alphas in very high esteem.
What did Frank do?
Why?
to Anna?
Yeah. Why does Anna not
Frank did it.
like it?
It must be Frank. It's always Frank.
Frank. Was it
She's
Frank?
been framed.
For once, I can solely say that Frank had very little to do with it. Although
But he was involved.
Frank gets involved in a lot of things, but as for poisoning Lady Anna against the Alphas, I believe her motivation is more political in nature, as opposed to anything else.
Well, fair enough.
And about the last son?
Torvi.
Yeah.
What do you need to? What did you want to know about him?
I mean, you were saying about the last sibling, right?
Well, there's Halmond Haraldsson, who is a nephew to Hierarch the Elder and a cousin to the siblings. But he's decided to take up a more counselery role in the affairs of New Asagarth, as opposed to following the path of the warrior. And he's very much on the way to becoming quite a fine politician and master of rhetoric.
Do Vikings do politic?
Oh yes, very much so. It's purely because of his efforts that alliances have been made with the High Elves and the Mages in equal measure in New Asagarth, as has the rest of the lands. New Asagarth is very much shunned by the people of the Clinging Isles because they are considered to be invaders. And so it was because of his efforts that alliances are now starting to be formed. I can imagine that he's managed to negotiate a sizable relief effort for the High Elves should the borders ever reopen.
On a side note, completely aside from D&D for a second, how do I spell the word skew?
That is a good question.
S-A-W? Is that how you spell skew?
Is that how you spell it?
Skew.
Microsoft agrees. SKEW.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. I was just looking at it and thought I had a stroke or something because it just didn't look right.
It does look like one of those words.
Like I was sat looking at it and I was like, is it like a QU something? Like
I
no, that's
legitimately
okay.
had to think about that,
You,
and I'm
but
a
spelled like
novelist.
Q.
So-
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I don't know. I was just making sure. That's fine. Thanks, guys.
No worries.
Okay, so are there any more questions that you would like to ask George about the Hierarch family?
I want to get me to a feast.
No, that's all, Wiki George. Thank you.
Doctor has
so-
not been remotely listening to any of that.
And as you guys sort of like wander off, and you're just like, but I wanted to tell you about the new Asgardian Alphas. Never mind.
I'll stay and listen to everything he wants to talk about.
Okay. In that case, instead of sort of like boring people who have wandered off, I will simply send this, and you can basically have a read through it in Pick your own time if you get like a spare hour.
I will potentially read this on the way into work.
That is not how I've spelled any people's names. That's good to know.
I love
I'm
that you
looking, I'm like,
attempted.
I've spelled all of these so wrong.
I love that you attempted anyway. Like, you just completely go for it.
Like, Torvi
And
has not been
she's
spelled
bitch.
like that, but that's fine.
Docker is now going to be having like a conversation with the demon in his head about like what his name could be. So it could be like Docker the Vicious, or
Docker the Lucky.
or something like that. Yeah, basically, and he's like currently having a conversation with the demon in his head about what he thinks he should be called.
I personally like Docker the Throne.
Ooh. Hurts.
I personally like Docker the I Hate Kashan.
What about Docker the Yeeted?
You know, I was thinking like, you know, Docker the Dark One, Docker the Vicious, Docker the Oof, no, Docker the Yeeted as well.
Yeet. Now if we hit the landing with a Kobe. God rest his soul.
What if he gets
Docker
what if he gets his
Docker
wings-
Bardslayer.
Oh, if he misses
bone
it.
wings come out.
What?
What if you throw him and bone wings come out? What is he then?
Success.
Smooth.
my masterpiece created.
So then Scott basically just calls back from his horse and is like, what about Docker the Bardslayer?
Docker the Bard Slayer.
That might give us the wrong impression.
Docker
Actually, that gives, do you know what? That gives him exactly the impression he wants.
Yeah.
In my defence,
There is no.
no, you're right. There is no. Because I did basically try to kill a bard in the first session, so. Yeah, I have no defence. The defence rests.
Yep.
Okay, so you come to basically what appears to be the only hill in this entire sort of like area, and
Shark
the
shows me off instantly.
the guys on the horses sort of stop at the top of it, sort of waiting for you, and you can hear Padwin call out and it's like, "Look, Daddy, I can see people." And so, like, further along the road from where you guys are, and obviously down the hill, you can see what looks to be a small caravan of people. And then basically marked by the fact that they've just got a single wagon with them, like, very much like you guys are. But the rest of them are just sort of like walking on foot. And the only people who are on horseback, I'll just make him the size of a horse, just for the sake of,
Putting drinks.
is their commander.
You just drink out of the bottle.
Are they armed?
So Jason basically turns to Scott and is like, any idea who they are? And Scott basically just sort of like leans forward and is like, oh, it's Neverwinter. What the hell's Neverwinter doing all the way out here?
Following us.
If you do that enough, I am going to hurt yourself.
Okay, does anybody
So
want
the-
to do anything?
Have you guys done anything wrong in Devonshire as well?
I looked at Docker specifically to ask if he's made any trouble in Neverwinter.
Matt, have I made any trouble in Neverwinter?
I don't know if you've ever been to Neverwinter. Have you been to Neverwinter? Given that it's on the other side of the world.
Docker does not know any of his past, does he? So I have no idea.
Well, let's just hope for the best.
They're moving away from you, if that makes sense. They're moving in this direction.
Where are they headed?
Well, the only thing that's in that direction is the cities and surrounding villages. So it has us to guess and say that they're heading the same way we are.
Should we fall behind them? Attempt to catch up?
I say we speak to them.
Well,
Right, but no trouble, yeah?
well, we
I
could
never
do.
said anything about causing trouble.
Just saying, just to be clear.
Just a character witness.
Yeah.
I'm a changed man.
Thank Lyria.
I've
Yeah,
not
you
caused
said
any
the
trouble yet.
thing.
I've not caused any trouble yet.
And then Padman just just says, "Yet."
How far into the day are we?
It's getting to afternoon. So,
There is still far too much time.
Concerning that even Padwin is saying yet now.
And Padman summons demons on occasion.
I made a heartfelt apology to you. You can't give me this.
He made a heartfelt apology to Morella.
Yes, I did. That's right, because she's the only one who needed an apology.
I wasn't asking for an apology. I just don't expect to change
You
your
made
character.
me stab
yes, and,
myself.
unfortunately, sir, that's.
I didn't make you do anything. You done that for 3 gold.
And Jason basically says, another 3 gold, maybe?
Jason, I'll stab you in a minute.
Promises, promises.
5 gold.
His eyes instantly lit Kashan.
No, alright, no, I'm not. No.
5
okay.
gold for what, Kashan?
Nothing.
That's what I thought.
I'm gonna quietly sort of like whisper Onyx, 5 gold he does something.
Only 5. But yes, absolutely.
Say
He's so totally doing something. He's so totally doing something.
You have little faith in me. Oh no, I'm not Tordrum anymore, am I? So I was going to say I still look like Tordrum. I don't. It's been more than an hour.
Yeah, wishful thinking.
You wish you were me.
We'll ask sort of Scott's input as to whether or not we should attempt to approach them.
I don't see why not. They look absolutely ferocious, and that they'll kill us at the first sign of trouble. So yes, we should go say hello to them.
Oh dear.
Dr. Star's walking down.
Go.
Oh god. Why do we always make the unwanted friends?
I don't think it'll go wrong.
I'm curious.
I wish I could be like you.
I am at least curious.
Yeah.
I'm being a good boy. I'm just going to talk to them.
You go ahead.
That is what I'm afraid of.
Who's game
You're
that's
talking to people.
Okay, so Scott sort of like leads the way down the path. Stick just sort of flies his Pegasus down to this open ground, and as he gets to the bottom of the hill, he just sort of like nudges whoever's with him.
I'll go down the hill.
Okay, just sort of like nudges to whoever's with him and just say, "Keep an eye on that tree line. If there's ever a situation that calls for a very cinematic and film-based ambush, this is probably it."
Yeah,
That's
that
a
makes a
hint.
lot of sense. I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep a weapon at the ready. Not necessarily my main axe, but like I'm gonna have
Your weight.
I'm gonna have like a javelin or some sort of range. Like I'm gonna have my crossbow sort of ready.
He's going to
No.
prepare Docker to yeet him.
Are you preparing this after you've gone down the hill, or are you still preparing this at the top?
So I'm not like fully. I'm not like fully committing to like my crossbow is a heavy crossbow, so it's like a 2-handed shield. So like there's a bolt in it, but it's kind of just hanging with one hand as I'm like walking down. Like it's pointing to the floor. It's not.
It's hanging.
Yeah.
Okay, so Padwin basically calls over to you as you're sort of preparing this. He just goes, "I can help," and one of his paws glows, and it just sort of like makes this connection between you and the bolt that is in the crossbow. And
I'm
the
just
tip-
gonna trust that.
And the tip, the arrow head, as it were, the bolt head, catches fire.
Ooh.
Okay. Cool.
I can do that for an hour. I don't know what an
Wow.
hour is.
Okay. Thank you, Padman.
Can I get Quack Norris out, please?
Of course.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Yes.
Quack Norris.
The ape is going to come out in a minute as well. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
please, no.
For God's sake.
Corbin's bag
Well,
of tricks
now you
can produce
mention
so
it.
much more than just an ape.
Crack Norris. Do you want to take a creature out?
No, I was just winding everybody up.
You can. Go on.
No, it's fine.
I'm being a good boy and I'm not going to take out any weapons.
Do you want to prepare?
Mhm.
I physically am a weapon. No.
I am the weapon.
I am.
I don't actually have any like fighty spells prepared for today, so can we not fight?
I am the.
I'm ready to be like the goodest, helpful person. I'm ready to heal.
The goodest, helpful person.
Yeah.
What that says to me is she had so little faith that we weren't going to get into trouble.
No, I haven't yet. Me. I'm like, I'm sick of like preparing fighty spells, so I prepared like useful stuff for traveling, so I might not be very helpful.
The thing is, right, but the big black area that's there, we can see what's behind it. So, and obviously that will be available on the recording. So it'll be very interesting to see what your reactions to this are if you watch it and listen to what you're saying.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I have a terrible, terrible feeling,
I
guys.
think
that,
if we take a long rest, I need to redo my spells.
So,
I don't think we have that much time.
so you hear George basically say, but in that case, would anyone like to make a wager on whether or not we're about to be attacked?
I think it's an orphanage.
It's not on fire, so no.
I think that's a lot of shrubbery.
Bearing in mind the last encounter that was placed in this world, that it involved a forest and a potential attack. The armies in questions
no.
were attacked by an army of Franks.
Oh, I remember that.
there was an army of Franks.
Amazonian Franks, yes.
Oh God.
What? I'm terrified.
Oh yeah, you weren't here for that, were you?
Clearly.
Neither was I.
What? Keep it away.
Okay, so
Franks.
so basically, when the group had their meeting with King Alfred, he told them basically what had been happening in Aqua Veda after you guys left, and so because you guys had refused to help the king take on the Red Paladins, he basically took them on by himself, and his army almost got overwhelmed. Except they were saved by an army of Amazonian Franks that came out of the forest, and they took the Red Paladins from behind.
Of course.
I
Of
see.
course. Behind.
When
Of
did
course.
when did King Alfred catch up with us? Wait, what? Where was I? When was this? This feels like something I should have been caught up on.
Yeah, that is a massive chapter.
That is a big story plot that somebody has just slightly foregoed. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Moving on, Amazonian Franks, terrifying. Top of my list of nightmares now, thanks for that. Okay. I'm good.
Okay, so Scott basically leads the way over to the convoy. He's greetings, Neverwinter. And so the warriors at the back all just sort of like fall into an immediate sort of shield wall formation. Pointing their spears at him. Is
I
that okay?
don't think they like you.
Don't worry. We come in, well, neither war nor peace, but we do come in friendship. We hope. We also come in a group of people with varying views on whether or not people should be killed at any given time. Don't we, Docker?
What have I done now?
Everything. It's all
I
your
don't.
fault.
You all have your weapons drawn. I don't. Who looks threatening now?
I don't have a weapon.
I don't have a weapon drawer.
You are a weapon.
that to
So
me or
you.
Morella?
Both.
So the dwarf, dwarf, don't know why I said that. So the leader of the garden's horse basically comes over and is like, you're interfering with official Neverwinter business, stranger. State your business.
No.
And please explain what that giant pink line that has just come across the map is.
Alright.
So Scott basically says, we are alphas, and we're here to make a declaration of friendship to the people of New Asagarth. And so the captain is just like, well, in that case, I shall call you a friend for now.
For now.
Well,
Should you prove friendly? And so
Yeah,
goes.
Not dead yet. Let's take it as a bonus.
Oh, don't worry. There's members of our party who may just miraculously appear out of thin air. They are very friendly.
Don't bring that here. Alright. This is clearly a very, very trepidatious meeting. Let's not involve the friendly one.
sure it's all fine, guys. You know, no hostilities here, right?
For now.
Hostility, where?
For now. But don't worry. That could change at any moment.
I'm starting to feel like you want to attack us.
Well, it
These
would
are
definitely keep my men entertained for a start. We haven't
Might
killed
be.
anybody in months, you see. It's starting to wear on their conscience.
Where are you heading to?
I shall ask you the same thing. Only I shall declare that I asked first.
We already said that we were headed to New Asagarth.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. But then in that case, yes. We're also heading to New Asagarth.
Well, you can try and attack, but you might arrive there with less men.
I like
Why
your
would you want to kill people? That seems kind of rude. Couldn't you find a better hobby, like dancing or singing? It's quite entertaining, you know.
Oh, we dance and sing on principle anyway. Except we kill people in between the dancing. It's very entertaining.
It's quite balanced.
Have you tried doing it without the killing? You might find it's rather good for your mental health.
Why in the name of
and for
Odin's
men.
beard would I want to do that? Killing people brings experience. Experience brings levels.
But
I think this guy's thinking suddenly.
But killing
Yeah.
people's bad. If you're just killing innocents, I mean, it's bad. We haven't done anything to you, so it would be kind of crime to kill us.
Are you down there
Just
talking
because.
to him?
You just shouted this from the top of the hill. That seems mean.
Oh, we're at the top of a hill. Oh, I'll come down the hill slightly. Hang on. I don't know.
I heard you guys were chatting shit.
I don't.
I'm supposed to be down the hill. To be
I'm
fair.
ready to heal. That's what I'm doing. I am ready to heal.
What's your name? Tony. Fuck you, Tony.
I was just thinking that.
What's your name? Ezekiel. Fuck you, Ezekiel.
You want to know what I did last night?
Oh gosh. Don't you say it.
I
Did
built
someone
that
call?
fire. And then I fucked your mom next to it.
Fuck you.
That video will live forever in my memory. Completely free of charge.
Did someone call?
No.
Free of charge. Oh.
So with the constant shouting, Aziraphale comes down from the.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hey,
can
it's
anyone
their
else?
fault.
Hey, is it bro?
You seem to have
Don't
developed
mind
a
the fact that
stutter.
Sorry, I really stumbled into that.
I'll have a stroke.
Yeah, I was gonna say this.
Can I medicine check myself out of game? Hey, as if I can't pronounce the name suddenly.
Aziraphale.
Aziraphale. Yeah. Hi, Aziraphale. What you doing here?
Now, somebody was invoking the name of my brother repeatedly.
Who?
Free of charge?
Which brother?
Well, if there's nothing going on here, then I shall depart.
Here, Ezekiel.
Who said that?
No one. It's fine. It's fine. We're just making friends and spreading Livria's light. Just
He's gone.
don't worry. Nothing bad's gonna happen. I won't need to call on you, and I don't even think I have that spell prepared. So even if I did, I couldn't.
Oh man, you are super unprepared.
I don't have that spell prepared today, so we really don't need to get into a fight, please.
Okay, so all of you are basically just seeing her just talk to thin air. Docker, you feel like the demon in you recoils slightly. And Scott
Alright,
just
bye,
sort
Aziraphale.
and Scott just sort of like looks behind him and is like, ugh.
What are you?
Why does my head hurt?
Where's it over there then?
There's an angel in front of me.
That's why my head. Wait. Yeah. Do I? No. Do I? Know that? That is the question. Matt, do I know that?
No, at this point, all you know is that the demon is recoiling from you. From this spot when the angel was there, and all of a sudden is for no apparent reason, from what you can tell, it's now not recoiling anymore.
Okay. Yeah. Ignore what I just said, because I wouldn't know what's going on.
Well, if you're going to be journeying with us, then you might as well journey with us, as it were. Fall in behind, do not touch anything that you're not supposed to, and especially do not touch anything that you are supposed to touch.
No, you make me want to touch everything.
Don't you even think about it.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. We have a professional executioner in our ranks. They'll be put to good use.
Isn't anyone that does murder technically a professional executioner?
I don't know if you
That's
need.
true.
I need info
I'm
if you need
technically a
like.
professional executioner.
Do I need a title to be a professional executioner? Is there a qualification? Is there a course I need to take?
I mean, I'm the Grandmaster of an Assassin's Guild, so I kill people for contracts. So does that mean that I'm a professional executioner?
That feels like it's a different thing.
And then Scott just sort of like leans over from his horse and is like, you know, you've said that every single day that you've been with us. It's probably not the sort of thing that you want to advertise to like every person that you meet.
We've discussed that he's bad at it. It's okay.
I kill people. I do my job. Doesn't matter how I do it.
No,
What's
you're
the
not having
pay?
any more sweets.
Oh, these
No more
people mind.
sweets.
I'm still curious about the professional executioner.
I should
What
have
else?
said it.
What does one need to become a professional executioner?
So the commander basically just like signals to one of them, and this guy basically just comes over.
I've got questions about your job.
No,
Ugh.
no sweets.
You're not going to be a very talkative fellow, are you?
So from the sounds of it, to be a professional executioner, you have to be drunk.
I was gonna say, is it that guy from the fucking place we were at the other day?
Oh yeah, from the tavern.
Our best friend.
and he opens his mouth. He's clearly showing you something. You can see his tongue's been cut out.
Oh.
Is that a prerequisite?
He shakes his head.
Well, I guess his tongue is being executed as well.
Do I want to know why?
He just shrugs.
Okay.
I like him.
Out of character, I really want. If Docker knew what he was actually talking about, Docker would really. I would really want Docker to say, "So how do you please a woman?" But Docker doesn't know how to please a woman, so.
And so he basically he holds off his hand and then brings down his thumb and pinky finger and holds up 3 fingers.
Fair enough.
Can someone confirm
Don't
to me
get
that
it. I don't get it.
Easy?
Why are you doing like the what?
He's doing the Girl Scout symbol. That's what he's doing.
Oh, I wasn't sure if he was doing like the gnarly dude symbol or the Girl Scout. So I've been like going between like, how is that how you pleasure a woman?
I thought he was doing 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink, but I was way out of that.
Guys.
Okay, so but the Commander Solar takes up his position at the front again, and makes signal to sort of like carry on moving. At which point, can I get dexterity for saving throws from everybody, please?
No.
Oh,
From
no.
everybody.
Wait, sorry.
Is it the stroke again, guys?
Yes. That's a
That's a
check.
guidance.
Never mind. Oh no.
Oh, come on.
Dexterity saving.
Can I have guidance, please?
Guidance only works for.
I'm
Ah,
so
Paul.
glad I've got a +7 dex save.
Wait. Retcon. I'm blessing people before this happens.
Okay, I'll allow it. Given
Second level bless. I'll bless.
I got a 14. I'm good.
I got an 18.
What's your character called?
Correct.
Yeah, them,
Miraculous.
Onyx, and myself, and Tordum.
Yeah, Tordum needs it.
So yeah, so I can. Oh no, okay, so I won't do myself.
I'm all good, honestly. If you need to do it for yourself,
Tough.
I don't mind.
Tough. I've done it to you.
Oh, bro.
Well, you just got told.
Too late, Trin.
Let's do it again.
We're old. Do you? Oh.
Ooh, oh, okay.
Yeah. The reason I haven't taken it is because I don't think it would help me.
Oh no. Oh no. I have a lot of concerns suddenly for you.
I got a total of 2.
Oh. On that one.
I
Okay.
got a natural 1.
Oh.
I only get a +1.
Let's go.
Okay.
See
so-
why I didn't bless myself? That would have done nothing.
I'll,
I guess so.
I'll still be the hype man. Can I assume I'm not close enough to take any sort of hit for Marilla.
I'm afraid not, no.
Okay.
Okay, so from the tree line, a volley of arrows just erupts towards you guys. But the soldiers seem to have some indication that this was going to happen, and so and you notice that all of them have shields, and all of them are walking with them on their right side. So it was just a case of them raising their shields majoritively, so that they were able to just simply block it. The rest of you, but those of you who, so that would be Kashan, Docker, Marilla, and Tordum. You have taken 6 damage from the arrow fire. Half that if you got over 12 on your dex fire.
I got 14.
Well, I've got 6.
I got 18.
So it only take 3.
Yep, so you only take 3.
Cool.
Okay, so but McKelly and Trin, you're basically far enough away to not be affected by this.
I won't get affected.
No, you're too far away.
Oh, alright.
They're basically targeting this area here. You're basically still at the top of the hill.
Right. Save!
And so then from the tree line, you just hear this almighty war cry roar and the blow of a horn. And then from the trees...
Oh. I have ill prepared for today so badly.
Oh, squad goals. I love that for him.
Oh no, this is bad.
And then,
How about if you go up the hill?
then Scott basically says, "No, don't worry. That is entirely my fault. I didn't tell you that we're potentially in a war zone and that we might be ambushed. That's entirely my fault. I didn't tell you that."
I have one fighty spell prepared.
I guess it's time for you to hang back.
I can
It's
set
here.
I
fire.
can heal everyone. I can life transfer into myself.
Yes.
I'm gonna set the forest on fire.
Oh,
Don't put
Oh my
yourself-
god, yes, that's such a good idea. I'll help.
Yes, I believe that.
She has one fighty spell, and it just so happens to be fireball. Of
I
course.
actually have. Oh no, that's sacred flame. I do have firebolt as a cantrip, so I can.
Nice. Do you want to know what's really funny? Something that I've got that was a gift from McKelly back in the good old days.
Oh
of,
yes.
Of the chef is I have a necklace of fireballs,
Oh yes.
and I currently have not been seeing whether or not I generate a new charge every time. But
No, you don't. It's one of those things that once you
Oh,
use
that's
it, it's
fine.
gone.
Well, I've got 3 left.
So, are we really setting fire to the damn forest?
This won't be my first time burning down a forest, so maybe.
Yeah, I was about to say it's my first time.
I'm not sure if we've met.
Oh no. I'm
Yeah,
not
don't
being
you
held
remember-
accountable. for any
Don't
behavior
you
that's
remember
responsible.
the encounter with the Wendigo and the
And the rabbits.
the gladiator ring that you didn't do anything with?
Oh,
Look, it was a mistake.
Come on.
Here I'm thinking you're just gonna thaumaturgy somehow.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it look like it's on fire. No, it is gonna be on fire. Say goodbye to nature.
I'm setting it on fire.
Ooh,
I wanna help. I wanna help.
I can help.
I wanna
can
fight.
help.
Out.
I'm
Admin,
sorry.
I don't think you should just yet.
I'm a
Stay hidden, please.
I'm a weasel.
Yeah,
I can
don't
quickly
go with
set
that.
the forest on fire.
To ask the question about this necklace of fireballs,
Mhm.
how so it casts at a 3rd level.
Yes,
Does it-
one
if I
bead is the
expend-
3rd level.
Okay, if I expend an extra charge, does it then go up a level?
Yes. So you can basically.
Oh, hang on, it tells us further down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you can basically just take the whole lot and just lob it for a single high-level fireball, or you can do 3 standard fireballs.
Oh, I'm definitely doing 3 standard fireballs.
I feel like everybody is currently on the idea that Docker has just said, and I am really shocked about this.
We were already on the idea. Trust.
I was already thinking about setting the woods on fire.
I can physically breathe fire.
I can.
I am.
Yeah.
I can be fire too.
Shan, I am fire. What's your last name?
Oh god.
Fire now.
Shan, I am fire.
It's actually my last name is Crimson Scale actually.
Shan, I am fire. Crimson Scale.
Now.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Padwin, don't go.
This feels like
anywhere
So, shall we all set it on fire then?
So
Matt,
Scott's
you gonna
just
say
sort of like
the thing?
sitting on his horse and he was like, "These Celts are being remarkably patient with us. So I must say."
I'm impressed.
All right, can I
Thanks,
get
Captain.
initiative from you all, please?
No.
Ooh, good.
Mm.
Why have I rolled so well when I don't have good initiative? When I have no spells?
I'm at 14.
Why have I lit? I swear to God, if this is the only natural 20 that I rolled today, I'm gonna be pissed.
It's not funny.
Kashan, what did you get?
12.
Josh, what did you get?
23.
Andrew, what did you?
McKelly, what did you get?
7.
7.
Rayla, what did you get?
20.
Trin, what did you get?
I got an 11.
Guess who's gonna be the last?
Okay.
Oh. Oh, no, that.
Oops. Okay.
By the way, I can set the forest on fire without being on fire.
What is, what? Ah, I had other questions, but more importantly, what?
What is?
I can hallucinate everybody.
What?
That's a shout.
I mean,
Do we really want loads of blood on our hands, or do we actually want blood?
No, we shouldn't. But at the same time, they hurt us.
You are currently riddled with arrows.
what the heck, you?
My,
Hey, killing people bad, but if they hurt us, then
Well, considering that they've
Self-defense.
already shot you, I don't think that's particularly problematic.
self-defense less bad.
Suppose.
I'll pray with you later for my sins.
I'm sure that's gonna be fine.
They hurt my friends. I'm protected.
Aw,
Wholesome. You know, who would have thought murder could be wholesome, guys?
Okay. Right, so...
I'd like to make it aware I never start any of the issues.
Yeah.
And
Can I just point out for once, I haven't started the issue.
I still somehow assume Kashan in the back of his head is wondering what Docker did to stop us.
Yeah.
Rocket is currently behind you and has no weapon drawn.
You done something though. You were thinking about it and something happened. You wanted to know what was inside this guy's carriage and you were definitely going to try and rob them. And this has manifested this.
Do you know, want to know something funny? I actually wasn't planning on doing that.
I wasn't planning on doing it now.
No. I wasn't planning on doing it. Now I am planning on doing it.
But now that you've mentioned it, sound idea. Middle of a battle, let's see what's inside.
I forgot that they had a carriage.
Okay, so like before against Murad, this is one of the situations where you guys can have a tag along if you want. So your choices are put George and Padwin, Jason, Stick, Scott, and the Varangian commander.
I'd love Padwin.
I was about to say I want Padwin, but you can have him.
How adverse to the idea of fire is the Varangian commander?
He doesn't
My
seem...
intention is to be involved in this, and it's going to be on fire.
He's a bit far away from you to be able to sort of like shout this out at the current moment. At the moment, he's trying to just arrange his guys to face into a shield wall facing the attackers.
I'm gonna just be me. That's fine.
Okay, so there's the Varangian commander. So who would like him?
Let me look at his character sheet.
Shield maiden.
It's the Haskell aspect.
Oh,
Shield maiden.
I wanted a shield maiden.
Do you want to be challenged rating 3?
I want to be a shield maiden.
Well, it's the choice between challenge rating 3 or 7, so it's up to you.
No, it's fine. I'm me. It's okay. Kashan would like a shield maiden. His own shield. Fight
Then there's Stick. Here
I
is
will take Stick.
Jason. There's George. Right. It looks Right, so Scott's one looks dense, but that's only because the system that I use doesn't really do columns particularly well.
Dang.
Okay, so who wants who?
I will take stick.
Okay. So it's up to David. Do you want to take anyone in particular?
Not in particular. I don't really mind too much.
Okay, and McKelly, did you say you wanted Padman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me the demon.
Give me the demon baby.
Get in Balrog mode, for Christ's sake.
Tiny bubble.
True.
1 minute. No.
Okay, so Josh is stuck.
So
George. Charlotte, who do you want anybody?
Who's still available?
Jason and Scott.
Bless you.
I don't really mind. I won't lie, I don't have the largest mental capacity right now.
That's okay. We're probably going to stop soon because Nat's falling asleep.
And I gotta get more.
I was gonna say yes.
So if we basically just want to pick who we want, and then we can maybe do a single round.
Sure.
And
Trin, do you have a? I was gonna say, Trin, do you have a preference? Because I'll take whoever you don't want.
Oh, I was gonna be the exact same.
okay,
give Charlotte Jason and give Scott to Trin.
Yeah, because you had
Nice.
you had Jason last time, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, so
Pretty
Trin,
fun, must say.
Cool,
Scott,
cool.
and Charlotte, Jason. Okay, so it'll basically just be you'll take your turn, and then they'll take their turn immediately afterwards.
Cool.
Okay, so in that regard, Docker, you go first.
I'm going to move. This is going to be a really stupid move, but fuck it. Docker is going to move directly in front of all of the shields.
Out of my way! Out of my way! Get out of my way!
Literally, we'll be like, get out of my way. And I'm going to cast. Not that, because it's a line. I will cast Firebolt on steroids.
Okay.
What?
And I will just hurl it into like the middle of them.
Okay.
So if anyone takes damage from that, then great. Basically my aim is just to set the whole forest on fire.
Okay. So roll to hit.
25.
Well done. Yeah, that hits.
And then if anyone does take damage, it's D. Yes, D10. If anyone does take damage, it's 16 damage.
Okay. So were you targeting this guy?
I was basically kind of targeting in the middle of them. So if nobody takes damage, that's fine. Like I said, my main aim is just to set the forest on fire.
Okay. So you send it forward, but it does actually hit someone. Oh yeah, quiet please. And you just hear this scream of pain, and you can immediately see that you've killed one of them.
Wow, well, that didn't take much. And then, bonus action. What do I want to do for a bonus action? What can I do for a bonus action? That's the question.
cast True Strike on yourself. You can dash and hide. You're a rogue. Bonus actions are kind of your thing.
I will. I'll cast True Strike on myself.
Okay, so if you want, so that's Docker's turn done now, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so now it's Stick's turn.
What is Stick gonna do?
Stuff, things.
Things. Something, maybe.
And Stick is mounted on the Pegasus at the minute.
Oh, yes, he is. Let me actually find this out. I have not prepared myself for Stick.
Pegasus.
You didn't prepare yourself a stick.
Yeah, you heard me. That's right.
Better.
He said what he said, and he's sticking with it.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so a Pegasus can gallop 60 feet and fly 90 feet.
Right. Okay.
And if it enters combat, you can basically. So if you basically charge into combat,
Yeah.
with Stick, as a bonus action, you can use its hoof attack.
Right. Okay. For now, I think I'm just going to use use his vicious longbow.
Okay, so at this moment he's still on the ground, so he'll have trouble seeing over the carriage and stuff.
Right. Okay. I thought he was flying. Is it an action for me to get him to fly on the Pegasus?
No, it's just movement.
Okay, so I'll get him to fly to just a relative height that is just above everybody else, just so that he can like see over everyone, basically.
I'll just say for the metric that'll be 10 feet.
Yeah, so just a decent enough height so he can see over everyone.
Yep.
And then he will use his vicious longbow.
Sure.
And he's going to target this one in the middle here, at the very front.
The blue one, yeah?
Yeah. And that is... okay. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And then 1d8 plus 4. That's a 6.
Alright. Okay, so the arrow basically just like soars over, and it fires with a very pinpoint precision, and it gets her straight in the chest, like what would be considered a perfect strike. But she has this sort of like mist about her, and you can actually see that where it sort of pierces, it slows down and then stops. But she does take the hit, as it were.
Yeah.
Here you go. Do anything else to Stick?
He can multi-attack, can't he? He can indeed.
Yep.
So I'll basically make the same attack again.
Okay.
On the same bit. That is again a 21 to hit.
Yep.
And that is an 8 plus 4, so 12 damage.
Lovely. Okay, again, it has the same sort of effect.
Right, okay.
Okay, so in response to that, one of the people who are standing up front, so clearly one of the leaders, who looks like this,
Yeah.
lets out this piercing scream, and sprints across the water straight at you.
Interesting.
Okay, and she is basically just going to put. She's basically got a spear and then a spiked shield.
Right. Okay.
And she is going to attack you with each.
Okay.
So with the spear she missed, shield she missed, and then she's going to use her ability to attack again. That one hit. She'll use one hand, so that's 13 damage to you.
Can I uncanny dodge that, please?
Sure. So 6 damage.
Yep.
Okay, so Marilla, you're up.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds. Okie dokie, that's a lot of people. Oh no. I am gonna be really useful this turn, guys. Just you wait, just you wait.
With all of the combat spells that she has prepared.
Exactly. Okay. Why is everyone so spread out? It makes life so difficult. Okay, fine. Okay. How many people can I affect with this spell? I know what my spells do. Okay. Is that Jason there? Is that
Yep.
Scott and Jason in front of me?
Yep.
Okay, so Scott, Jason, and maybe not Scott and Jason. I will affect Mickey. I'll affect Mickey, Jason, and Tordum, and I'm gonna cast Aid, in which they get 5 temporary hit points.
Oh, lovely.
So it boosts their maximum and current hit points by 5.
Thanks.
And then because you're the squishiest, Tordum, I'm gonna cast, oh my god, what's it called? A Shield of Faith on you. And it adds a +2 to your AC for the next 2 minutes.
Ooh, lovely.
Thank you.
Look at me being useful, guys. I know.
So +2, did you say?
Yeah.
+2.
Okay. So Tordum's AC is now 17.
That's pretty good AC for a wizard. Holy hell.
It really is.
I was like, your AC's 15? What have you got to make it that good? Wow.
So she's got
The
10 as principal, 2 for a dexterity bonus, and then 3 for being a lizard.
Oh, that's so
Lizards
cool.
have natural armor, providing I don't wear armor.
Oh, that's cool. And as you're a wizard, you can't wear armor.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
And then because she's 3 foot tall, if she was in her barrel, she would get 3/4 cover, which would give her a +5.
But
Oh,
my barrel
yeah.
died. The werewolves broke my barrel.
Whenever we proposed this idea to the D&D UK group, we were very split on whether or not we should allow this or not.
I recall reading that post. It was a lot of giggles.
Okay, so is that Maria's turn done?
Yes.
Okay, so Jason now.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I am going to. Did they have a weapon out already?
But basically they've got their weapons equipped. So in terms of those weapons, but it's just a free action to draw them.
Cool.
If it's an item that they have in their inventory which they haven't equipped, then that's an action to equip. But everything
Cool.
everything that's in
As
their
in-
profile is equipped.
Okay, cool. I will get them to pull their glaive out
Mm-hmm.
and do maybe, are they on the horse still?
Yep.
To do like maybe a little movie over here. Does it look like these people are attacking us, by the way?
No. They're all facing towards the oncoming warriors.
Oh no. Okay, maybe that was a wait. Go reverse. Blah, 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 blah. I didn't do this movement. I misread the situation.
That would have been very awkward if you did.
You're right. If I just was like, yeah, they'll attack this person. Till far away. How much can he move on a horse? Is it 30 feet?
60.
60. Alright then. If she ran through the river, he can run through the river. Why not? Let's give him a little bit of fun. I'll get him to go like over here.
Yes.
And then, I've flown with them. I don't want to go over there.
So Jason basically just charges full pelt at the line moving forward. So because of that, if you were to use Jason's bonus action for his warhorse, then that has like knockdown effects and stuff. You've gone really quiet.
Sorry, no, it's because I'm just reading the thing. Can I get him to attack with his glaive?
Yep.
He gets 2 attacks, doesn't he? Shall I roll both or just roll them one then the other?
One at a time, yeah.
Cool. 17 for the first one.
Yep.
And then for the second one. Natural 20, so a 30 for Jason.
Okay. So yep, both of those hit.
Awesome, so it's a D10 plus 6, holy heck. So for the crit, is it twice damage?
Yeah, so basically just roll damage and then double it.
Okay. Oh my god. Do you double the modifier as well?
Yep. I mean, rules is written, it's just the dice roll, but I do full damage so that...
I need a calculator.
So
Hang on.
So the critting is a bit more critty.
I can't do this math. Hang on, I need a calculator. So first attack damage is a 10.
Okay.
And then for the second damage 30, because I rolled a 9.
Hold on. Okay, so... Right, so in that regard, because it was a crit, I will allow you to carry the damage from one person that you've hit to the other.
Oh, thank you.
So you first hit this one with the first one. So who would you like to attack with the second?
We'll just keep going down this line.
Okay, so this one is dead, and this one has then suffered... So what was the full damage again for the crit?
30.
So they have suffered... Okay, he's dead as well.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Cool.
Would you like to do anything else to Jason?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it's now the warrior's turn. So these guys are all just going to crowd around Jason. These guys are then going to rush across the water to deal with these guys.
Oh, they're all spreading out.
Okay, none of them succeeded in against the Varangians, so then these four are going to try and attack Jason. Hits. Only two of them hit, so. And they're going for Jason as opposed to his horse, so that is 7 damage to Jason. Okay, and then that's their turn done, so Torden, it's now your turn.
Alright. My fireball spell. My big explodey one.
Okay, level 3. Okay, so you can do it at level 3, level 4, or level 5.
I'm gonna go level 4. I know when I aim for sort of the middle of the group, like the enemy group, not middle of that group.
Okay, so. Right, so it just changes the damage, it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it doesn't change. It just gives extra damage.
Okay, so you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait, let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Damn it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Not quite sure what happened there.
Yep, I'll start that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so where do you want that?
I want to move it back so it doesn't hit Jason and the horse.
Okay.
I'm not sure if there's other guys next to Jason or on our side or not.
I mean, these ones?
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Okay. I don't really want to hit Jason's horse, so I'll aim sort of there, yeah.
Okay. Right, so that is 9d6 for your fireball attack.
Yeah.
Let me do. Oh, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 dexterity saving throws.
Yeah.
And dice have glitched out so much they're not physically landing on the screen.
They will take a few moments and then suddenly they will work.
Damn it. Oh, I'll do it in groups of 5. Actually, I'll roll damage first because if it's chances are.
I think it's half damage. I don't think you can actually avoid.
Yes, that's my point. So. Right. So let me just quickly. What is this? Okay, so failed. So one success so far. Two more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then another lot. And all of them failed bar 1. Okay, so Totem fires off this fireball, and it just explodes in the middle of the forest and kills a lot of
Everybody.
people. Come on. Right.
Sorry.
See, Josh, this is how you do it.
Firebolt on steroids, or a line of fire which would have been stopped by the river. So I think I made the
What?
right decision there.
Well, if you want to do something, do it properly.
Ooh.
If you're gonna blow people up, blow them up.
There we go. That's how many people that killed.
Well, shit.
That's a lot of damage, you could say.
Do you want to?
That's a lot of damage.
Do you want to do a bonus action?
I'm gonna throw something out of my bag. Or an
Okay.
animal out of my tan bag.
Have your tan bag.
Tan bag.
Okay. D8. 4. Okay. There we go. You have thrown a prehistoric dinosaur out of your bag.
Yay.
Oh,
What?
how cute.
Chicken.
The friend for Quack Norris.
Instantaneously want to know how it tastes.
Okay, so with all of the warriors in the fireball now burning alive, this guy, the ginger guy, is going to let out this this roar of rage, and the special effects of him powering up are quite evident, and he's just going to rush across.
Duck.
Okay. And he's basically got an axe in both hands.
It's always the docker.
You're
At
all
least there's no
literally the
bards
front
in
of
sight.
things.
Okay. So that's 2d. Where's the d8 gone? Here we go. No, it's
Still there. There you go. Jesus, why is that kid's delivery so fucking expensive?
And his combined attacks all do a total of 19 damage to you.
Coolio.
Okay, so it's the Varangian commander now. Whoever took him.
I don't think any of us did we?
Oh, I'll do it.
Sure.
That's fine. I think I just saw. So he was the shield maiden, yeah?
The Haskell.
Yeah.
I mean, he can be the shield maiden if you want.
Can he be a she? Can he be my future wife? All we really want is Lagatha. Right, 2 seconds then. What is my guy? Okay. So, I'm going to assume his first action is going to be to deal with the guy in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to make a long sword attack.
Yep.
Which is 16 to hit.
Not gonna take
Yeah, that hits.
Gonna not
And
take
then his longsword does 2d8 plus 4. Anything one of his longswords. So that is 7, 12, plus 4, so 16 damage on the longsword attack.
Okay.
Is it still standing?
Right, so bear with me. Yes, he's still standing, but grievously hurt.
Then I guess let's make a second attack. And we'll make this one with the spiked shield. So that's 22 to hit.
Yep.
And that does 2d6.
Who are you attacking?
Where are all my d6s?
This guy.
Oh, I found them all. They're all here. And that's another 10 damage from the spiked shield.
Okay, this guy's dead.
Nice. What is he doing now? I think he's then just going to try taking a swing with his longsword at this one here as well.
Okay.
Going to stay amongst these men, commanding them. 19 hit on that one.
Yep.
And then 6, 13, 14, 16 damage to that one with the longsword as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So his soldiers are then going to follow suit with their attacks. Okay. Where's it gone? Yeah. D8s. Yeah. Okay, so the one that you were attacking is now dead, and the one in front of him has taken some damage. Okay, so now it's the woman who Stick shot at. And you can see that she's very, very calm about the situation, even though that she's just been shot. She's basically just going to waltz over to the battlefield. And just going to sort of stand there. And she's looking around and seems to try to come to some sort of conclusion. And then she's then just going to like wave her hands around in sort of sigilly like. And can I then get a wisdom saving throw from... Come on. From Kashan, please.
I'm sorry. Wisdom saving throw?
Yes, please.
From me? I ain't even that close. What is this man trying to do to me? Somebody else.
It's a woman.
What is this woman trying to do to me? What is my wisdom? So I have someone.
Yeah, wisdom, please.
-1, nice. 14.
Okay. Okay, so you can feel this force to sort of like hit your mental stuff, but you're able to resist it, and as a result, nothing happens.
That is the best news. I was literally just about to say, hit me with it. How much damage am I taking? 20? 30?
Okay, so but she's
Call
so she sends this force out to you, and she's somewhat disappointed that nothing's happened, and she just sort of like falls back into herself, and it's now your turn.
Okay. Well, I don't know what the hell that was. Do I know where it came from?
You know it came from her. She's very sort of like dramatic in her actions of sending this to you.
Well, in that case, I guess I found where I'm going, because my plan was to set the forest on fire and charge into the fire. But other people are doing that for me, so Get out my head, bitch. Okay, I'm gonna saunter on over.
Yeah, let's get your strut going again.
Absolute biggest stroke. Actually, hang on. Right, so first things first. I'm gonna. Can I ask like sort of Marilla if she's sort of like if I'm aware of I'm not having like offensive spells ready?
Yeah, I can basically say that Marilla's been complaining about this for as soon as this has started.
I'd like to offer her my crossbow that's currently being enchanted by Padwin's bolts. If she'd like it.
I don't know if I can use crossbows. Hang on.
You can use martial weapons, can't you?
You're strong enough.
I can use martial weapons and simple weapons.
Yep, so you should be able to use it.
Martial weapons.
I'll take it. Why not? Let her expand.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it
cool.
will require a yeet. So
It's I can yeet a crossbow.
it's
I'm
question
gonna be
whether-
careful enough to unload the bolt first, just in case. But I'll chuck the crossbow and a bunch of bolts over in here.
I was gonna say, please like throw them separately.
Yes. My bolts are in a nice little pouch.
Don't forget the grenades I gave you.
I'm gonna keep a hold of the grenade.
Oh my god,
God,
yes.
Yeah, Marilla already has a grenade.
I have like one, I think.
I have 3.
Why'd you have 3?
Because he
What was
keeps doing it.
Joey Thyroid, true.
He's not learning.
Fair enough. Well, at least being useful.
That is true. Okay, I am gonna do that. Do you want a roll for something? Do you want to like?
Yeah, can I get sleight of hand from both of you? It's for Kashan to
God.
throw it and for Marilla to catch it.
Okay.
Bless. No. Guidance. That's the word. You get a D4. Oh no, I have to touch you. Never mind. Take it back.
I got a 19. It's okay.
I got a 17.
Okay, yep, so,
Yay!
so this transfer is successful.
Great. Okay,
So I'll count,
Then-
I'll count that as your bonus action.
that is fine. Then I'm gonna saunter on over to this bitch.
Yeah. Fuck them up.
Very lavishly
Oh yeah.
brandishing that blood axe at the same time. Now that that's out of the way. And I'm gonna go take some swings. And I'm gonna have a good time doing it. Who's going first? This one goes first. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, it does.
Be
That's,
worried if it didn't.
I'd be terrified. Where the hell are my D12s? Got one here somewhere. There it is. That'll do. Okay, so that's 18 normal damage on the first one. And I'm
Okay.
assuming that she's not as immune to the necrotic damage. Put it
So 1 sec, and try to do semi-drunk maths here. Okay, so yeah, that's the first bit of damage. So, so yeah,
18 normal and 3 necrotic on the first hit.
Okay, that definitely hurt her.
And I had so much fun doing it the first time, I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
This time it's 26 to hit her.
Yep, that hits.
It is only 15 on the normal damage. And 3 again on the necrotic. So 18 total.
Okay. Yep, she definitely did not like that.
Good. It's going along with a stay out my head, bitch.
Okay, right. So, is that what you're doing for Kashan?
Yeah, I don't. I'm, if I count my bonus action as chucking the thing, that's me. But,
Sure. Okay, so Onyx, you're up.
Okay. Am I still on top of the hill?
Yes.
does that mean I won't have too much problem trying to fire arrows at homies?
Well, you'll need to move so that the horse is out of your way. But
Oh, yeah,
yes,
absolutely. What are these little arched things?
They're basically just like bits of stone which form something of a cliff.
Okay. Who do I want to shoot?
So it's sort of like it's a hill that's grassy on one side, but then it seems that the hill is just like a really big rock that the grass is
Okay.
then sort of like grown over. And
Yeah.
then on one side the rock is exposed.
Okay. Well, I'll try not to shoot anyone, hopefully, unless the dice absolutely hate me again.
I can help.
Badwin, what do you mean you can help?
Most of the time when he says he can help, he can't actually help.
Okay.
He enchanted the crossbow to fight fiery bolts. Nobody else ever have it.
Do we definitely have that grenade? I'm gonna double check before I start hallucinating thinking I have a grenade.
Yeah, I think you do.
Oh yeah. There it is, there it is. What kind of action would that be to throw said grenade and hopefully let it explode in a good place?
Okay, so
Oh,
the way that I do grenades, I'm not entirely sure if this is correct or not, is that you do your action to throw it, a turn then goes by, and then once it hits your turn next round, it then explodes.
Okay.
Yeah, you might not want to launch it, so next session we're gonna forget, and it's gonna explode on any of our feet. Like a mine.
Hello, mine turtle.
Yeah, I guess I'll save it for a special occasion.
Like a zombie
That's
attack.
the word.
Huh?
Nothing. I didn't say anything. I didn't foreshadow anything.
Oh no.
Like a what attack?
Nothing. I didn't say anything. I didn't foreshadow anything. The DM's telling me off.
Okay, I
I'm
don't.
panicking now. I'm sure that everything's fine and that nothing terrible's gonna happen. Oh god. Right, where's my bow? Where's everything? I've lost everything. There we go, I found my stuff.
It's over there.
Right, I'm gonna grab the bow and shoot at this looking fellow over here.
Sure.
Hopefully. Wait, I have spells. Oh my god, I remembered. Finally.
You're a wizard, Onyx.
I'm a what? I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark because I didn't forget this time. Finally.
Damn.
I'm so proud of myself.
Look who's showing real life character growth.
Thanks. So, Hunter's Mark. Here's hoping I can actually hit this bitch. Right, dice, please play nicely. Oh god, they're bouncing everywhere. Okay, that is... Ooh. 21 to hit, I believe.
Yeah, it hits.
Yes. Okay, and I get a... Oh god, I need a D8. Go with. I'm definitely prepared for combat, I promise.
I'm not entirely sure you're prepared for D&D.
About that.
Wait, we're playing D&D right now? I'm playing D&D.
Okay, 8 plus... Oh my god, all these tabs. 8, 9, 10. So that is 11 piercing damage. And then I get to roll 2d6s, I believe. One, 6. Oh god, the d6s hate me, okay. So that was 11 piercing damage. I got 3 damage from Hunter's Mark. Or was it d4 for Hunter's Mark? Oh, it was a d6. Spells. How have I lost the spell already? Oh no, it is a d6. Okay, sorry about that.
Mhm.
So 3 extra damage from Hunter's Mark, and then 1 damage because I have the fancy bow that I
Yep.
forgot the name of. Dragon Wing bow.
Yep.
Yeah. God, I'm good at D&D, I promise. Oh lord. So, for the second trick, that was 11 to hit. Wow. Thanks, dice.
Is that plus
Training.
anything? Did Maria give you a boost?
I don't remember.
Say she did, so you can roll d4.
Thank you. Ba, 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 ba. So that is plus 3 on top, which was 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yep, that hits.
Ah, thank you. Time to do all this again. So, 28. Is so 8 piercing damage.
Okay, he's dead. Oh.
8.
Okay, so as a bonus action, you can move your Hunter's Mark to somebody else.
Nice.
Can I fire at this one? Okay-ish. That one. Oof.
Do you want to move your Hunter's Mark first, or?
Yeah, I'm just deciding which one I can attack without, like, hurting Jason, essentially, in the horse.
Those two you would probably have issues with.
Darn. Okay, that one's a bit nicer.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll move it to that one, methinks.
Alright.
Onyx is thinking a lot, apparently. So I've done my attacks. Do I want to move just to be safe? I guess so. Otherwise, I'm liable for all sorts. Let's move there.
Your favourite terrain is grassland, isn't it?
I believe so, yes.
Yep, so that's what this terrain is. So if you were to navigate here, you to do it without difficulty.
Yay! That's awesome. Thank you for reminding me that I actually can do other things.
Okay, so do you want to take over, Scott?
Yeah, I will certainly try. I'm gonna butcher it, but I'll definitely try. Where is he? Where's the sheep?
It looks substantial because the columns haven't worked particularly well, but
Okay. Sorry, I'm seeing all these things that I've not seen before, so I'm just making sure I'm not going to do something silly. Yeah, we'll use the Pendragon Blade, hopefully. Hopefully, if the dice like me.
mm-hmm.
I've nearly lost the dice. So, first smack at this one.
Okay.
Ooh! Plus 8. Yes. That is a 27 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Yeah! It's a d12, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to zoom in on this thing. d12. Oh, I got a 1 on the d12, so that's plus 12. So 5 damage with that. Wow. God. I've butchered him with just because the dice rolls, man. Okay.
Well, he gets 4 attacks, so...
4? Oh my god. Yeah, we'll just do it 3 more times, I guess, and see if it works. So, for the next one, that
If it ain't
is...
broke, don't fix it.
18 to hit.
Do you just want to roll 3 attacks in order to tell you which ones hit and don't?
Yes, that'll
So-
probably make
so-
my life easier.
So that was an 18.
Yep. 25 for the
Yep.
next one.
Yep.
And 21 to hit for the next one.
Yeah, so all hit.
Nice. Okay, so 3 damages. Let's go. First one is 6 damage, because dice hate me. Next one is 9 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the final one is 8 damage.
Okay. But he's taking quite a bit. He's taking a good chunk out of her health, but
Right.
but she's still in the fight.
Oh dear.
Okay. So, but with that, the rest of the warriors are going to move up. That's 6 there, I believe. And these two are going to hurl their javelins at. Actually, no, they're not. They're just going to do a mad sprint across the river. This one's going to disentangle himself from the flames and go come here, and then this one is going to come around here and try and stab at Jason, and failed. Okay, so Michele, you're up.
Yes, finally. All right, so the battlefield has been pretty fucked up. So, what I'm gonna do is to move a little bit. No, wrong one. Yeah, to move a little bit further with Quack Norris.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try to hit this guy over here with
So, which guy?
the ginger guy
Okay, yep.
with enemy and bounds.
Enemies abound.
So yeah, intelligence saving throw, CD 18.
Yep, nowhere near.
Nowhere near. Perfect. So from now on until the next turn, of course, at the end of the next turn, he will attack the whoever is too close to him.
Yep, sure.
Yep. Then through Quack Norris, which is gonna fly over here.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna do something else. So everybody that is in where is it? Oh, come on, in the range. So I guess you get this. So literally everybody. There is from here to down here.
Yep.
All of them. They need to take a wisdom saving throw. Yeah. Can I cast another spell for Quack Norris?
Let me have a quick look.
I mean, I can cast spells through Quack Norris, but can I cast a second spell?
How many actions do you get? Right, so you get one action, so you can only cast it if it's a bonus action spell.
Ooh. Damn.
Which I don't think you have any.
But bonus.
Bonus action spells.
No. But fuck. Dismantled.
Fast up. One reaction, one action. Yeah, oh, you've got Shadow Blade.
Yeah, but it's not what I needed.
Okay. Yeah, the only bonus action spells you've got are Fast Step and Shadow Blade.
Yep. I guess I'm just gonna end it at that then.
Okay. Right, so... what would you like George and Padwin to do?
Oh, so first of all, let's do not attack the ginger guy.
Mm-hmm.
Video reference for everybody. What can Padwin do? Because you didn't share the whatever I can do with Padwin.
Okay, so basically you're in charge of George, and Padwin he then effectively uses Padwin as a randomized spell focused.
Okay.
So you basically have a profile for George, and then if you choose, Padwin can basically unleash a random spell.
Yes. Let's do random. Because George is yeah. Let's do random.
Okay, are you going to move at all?
Yes. I'm gonna move it next to me. Yep. Perfect. Yeah, and do the worst.
Okay. Where's the D8? Here we are. Okay. And 24. Alright. Where is it? Okay, so George basically just picks Padwin up. He's still a Balrog, but he still picks him up anyway. Grabs his back legs, cocks him like a shotgun, and then just sort of like points him in a general direction. Which direction would you like to point him?
Oof. I believe in like somewhere in here.
Okay, so put.
Into what's caught.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so put from this point, facing put like straight upwards, a series of spiritual daggers just suddenly start coming out of the water. They're physically made of the water, and they're just shaped like daggers. They just also float upwards, and there's like 10 of these things, and then all of a sudden they just go pew, 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 like at those three guys.
Cool.
Causing 10d4 damage to each of them.
Jesus.
Oof. What, each?
Yep, when the dice graphics start working, and that's 31 damage to each of them.
Motherfucker.
Get yourself a Padwin today.
Can I have one too?
Where can I buy one of these weapons?
That was fun. I'm going to...
Oh, I forgot he has to. Oh my god, I love him.
Balrog.
He's still a Balrog. How did George handle him?
I have fireproof gloves, so I've learned from the past mistakes.
Of course, of course.
Okay, would you like to do anything else, George?
No, I don't think George can do anything else at all anyway.
Okay, so for the final lot of the round, the archers, who are getting pretty dismayed at the fact that pretty much all of them are dead and they haven't really accomplished anything, but are each going to make the decision as to whether or not they're going to stay.
Come on, run away, you cowards.
Okay, so I'll say they're dead for the purposes of counting up the experience and stuff like that, but those 3 ran, leaving the 2 to stay and shoot. They're going to shoot directly at. They're going to shoot directly at Jason. He's the only sort of person they can see, and both of them miss.
Easy.
Okay, so that is the end of the first round. Do we want to carry on going, or do people want to call it here?
I could do with calling it a night. I am
Yeah, that's okay.
Hey, man.
tired and bored.
Okay, so that was fairly interesting.
I
Yeah.
suggest-
Did kill most of them in the first round.
Yeah, proud of you guys. We're all
Hell
true
yeah.
murderers.
Oh, oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, shall we pencil in next Monday again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, that's perfect. I'll run through dream sequences with you guys over the course of the week, because chances are you'll probably want to long rest whenever you get to the city.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do anybody have any preference as to what days that happens on?
No,
No,
whenever
if-
for me.
If I'm a bit slow in replying, apologies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I'll do, I'll basically just send messages to each of you on Messenger and basically saying the start of the dream, and then you can just respond in your own time.
Yeah,
sounds good.
sounds great.
Alright, awesome. Have a good week, guys, and try not to overdo it. Those of you who have been ill and stuff. And Michaela, I want that picture.
Pardon?
I want that picture.
We want to see the pink hair.
Yeah, we do.
It's on Facebook, it's public.
Oh, it's
It's
on
on
Facebook now. Okay.
I've seen it.
Alright then, guys. Have a good night.
No.
Yeah.
Nice
Night night.
Nah, guys.
Hi.
night.